Right now in Atascadero, a shopping center is in danger of foreclosure. KSBY's Alexa Bertola has more on what steps the city is taking to help.
A New York lending group has initiated a foreclosure on the Colony Square property. Now, the city of Atascadero has since adopted this resolution supporting the businesses in this area. Located on El Camino Real, the future of Colony Square under the current ownership is in limbo. With movie theaters hit especially hard by COVID restrictions, making it impossible to pay rent, the property owners have also struggled to keep up with mortgage payments. A New York lending group is now trying to foreclose on the Colony Square property, which includes Galaxy Theater, a staple in the community for the past decade. Since March of last year, they've only been open for 3 days.
The closure of movie theaters is something that is having quite an impact, certainly on the industry itself, but on the public.
Cinema Square LLC property owner Jeff Nelson says rent is $41,000 a month for the businesses, including K-Pasa. He says the restaurant has paid some, while the theater, which normally chips in more than 80% of that, has paid none.
We made a loan payment in April, and ever since then, we have not had the rent revenue to make any loan payments.
The city's resolution states the lender is demanding repayment between $400,000 to $1.2 million above the amount of missed payments.
We're suffering a serious detriment here for having worked with our tenants, and that's just not right.
The window to apply for shuttered venues federal grant funding opens soon, which could potentially make up the missed loan and rent payments. An option that the property owners and the city think should be taken into account before foreclosure.
You have somebody like, Wells Fargo, who's the master servicer of this loan, and they're coming into a small town and threatening one of our small businesses. And so we would like to stop that from happening, bring attention to this, and have everyone work together.
While the lender is prohibited under New York law from foreclosing on any New York property, this move could result in the only foreclosed property in San Luis Obispo County to date due to the pandemic. As far as what's next, there's a court hearing on April 20th in San Luis Obispo to determine if a receiver will take over for the property owner. In Atascadero, Alexa Bertola, KSBY News.
We reached out to the parties involved in the lending. They have either declined to comment or not replied at all. Galaxy Theaters told us they do not know enough about the federal grant funding program yet to determine if they will apply.